What's going on, everybody? It's Ross with Stammer AI, and today I'm going to be going over some of the latest updates and releases that we've made into the Stammer AI platform. Now, just for some housekeeping, this is going to be one of the last office hours of the year, but we're also going to be transitioning what our traditional office hours has been. So, in the past, for the last 2 years, we've been hosting a weekly call like what we're doing today, which is called the office hours. And it basically allows anybody to join this call and then get to hear directly from us some of the updates and new added features and things like that. But what we've also started to do within the last 6 to 8 months is also now have daily support calls. So what we're going to start doing at the beginning of the new year is we're going to merge these two concepts together where office hours, the weekly office hours is now going to be combined with the daily support calls. And this is going to be able to simplify everything quite a lot for our team and myself, where we can focus in on providing more value to people that are asking questions and want to get more one-on-one help with their AI agency and all the features and things that we've been releasing. So traditionally, what has been the Tuesday office hours is now going to transition to be a video that I just record myself, and then that will be uploaded, and that will be a video that goes up to our YouTube channel. And then every single day, Monday through Friday, from 11:30 a.m. PST to 11:30 a.m. PST to 12 p.m. PST, we will be hosting our daily office hours, which is what we'll be kind of rebranding our support calls to. So, like I said, this is going to be a big change, but it's also going to be a useful one because a lot of people have started to join the daily support calls rather than joining the weekly office hours and getting their updates that way. So that's going to be one of the things that we focus on and we get updated. But as like I mentioned, we'll go over some of the latest updates and features from the last couple weeks, mainly with some quality of life improvements, but also a lot of stuff with voice, as well as we have been talking about for the last couple weeks. Let me just pop up my screen here and we'll get this rolling. So, of course, when you log into your dashboard, you'll be able to see all of the options available to you. One of which is the support option. Now, we're going to be making this available in the white label side of things as well. But this is going to be a really important tab and button to make sure that you're aware of because it's going to showcase all of the support options that we have available to you as customers. And of course, like I just mentioned, we're going to be combining the weekly office hours with the daily support call. So at the beginning of 2026, this is going to become a single option. And then you can catch up with any of our product releases and things either through our changelog, which is in the top right-hand corner, and this is only available and viewable to agencies, or you can go to our Stammer YouTube channel and be able to watch all of the videos that stuff like that we're recording like right now, or other tutorials and things like that Drew has been filming. So there's gonna be a lot of information available on our YouTube channel as well. So instead of having another call every week, we're now just going to do our daily support calls, and we're going to be calling those the daily office hours. So that's really good to know. You can also access this all through the website, Stammer AI/support. So there's tons of different support options here. Support is really important to us as we help all of you become successful with your AI agencies. So once we go into the voice side of things, there's going to be a couple different updates that we've pushed to help make it work a lot better for agencies. So we've added multiple different models now at different price points for the price per minute and as well as the functionality. So the reasons that you would choose one or the other depending on your use case essentially. So for example, if you have a very simple and straightforward use case with just like a simple script, then you can simply use the cheap model GPT-4 1 Nano. Or if you have a little bit more of a complicated agent, maybe it's doing a lot of function calls or has a lot of connections with different actions and tools, or you have a super complicated prompt, then we would recommend that you use GPT 4.1. We're looking into adding GPT 5.1. GPT 5 was a little bit wonky when we were testing it. Doesn't always do things like the function calls, so that's why it's not currently available. But like I said, we're looking into those other alternative models to add those as quickly as we can. Of course, we're also looking into adding our outbound side of things. Right now, everything's just inbound. Outbound is going to be a little bit tricky because we have to make sure that no one is using this for cold calling. It's only for phone calls that are optimized for following up with new leads or people that have already opted into to your funnel. So the next thing is how we've been getting a lot of questions about how people are utilizing the prompt and then also the knowledge base. So the knowledge base was set up to mimic how we've set up the chat agents to make it very similar and work pretty much the exact same way. You might be wondering kind of like why you would want to have information or have text data in here when you can just put that in the prompt, and you would be right. A lot of times people have found that you can simply add in all of the information that you need into the prompt directly without the need for having an extended knowledge base. Now, the reason why certain businesses or certain agencies are utilizing a knowledge base is to add lots of data to their agent, like, for example, scraping lots of website URLs or things like that, where the information needs to be aggregated with like a lot of information that's outside of the core prompt. So for example, if you have an e-commerce website that has lots of different product pages or lots of different information about your services, then it would be useful to be able to scrape your website and then add that information into the knowledge base, whereas your prompt and your instructions for the AI agent are going to be a little bit more simple and not have all of that information directly added into the prompt. So that's just a little bit of a clarification there. I know some people were having some questions about that. And then the last thing I'll mention with the phone calls is how you can export content or export data from each phone call. And so that can be done either with the summary prompt and the lead collection fields. Included in all this information will also have the full transcript of each phone call. And all of this information is going to be put together, and you can export this either as a webhook or as an email notification. Now, if you want to kind of route this information or this data into different ways, we definitely recommend using the webhook integration. Now, a lot of people will use things like Zapier or NAN or Make.com to basically create a webhook from those automation platforms, and then they'll paste that webhook into here. And what's going to happen is once a phone call has been completed, all of the information will be sent to that webhook, which will then allow that automation platform to receive that information as incoming values, which can then be utilized and sent further. You could, then have an automation sequence that adds it to something like a Google Sheet, or you could add it to like a Notion card or some sort of database like that, or update a CRM automation. You can use this with Go High Level as well. So there's a lot of kind of back-end automation options that you have once you set it up with a webhook integration. And we made this super simple and straightforward and pretty bare bones. So all you have to do is just paste in that webhook URL, and all that information from each phone call will be sent to to that webhook URL. So the other couple, I forgot actually. We have one more thing. We've now added general actions to our custom functions for AI voice, and the first one that we've added is with cal.com. So now we have a direct integration with cal.com, where you can simply add in the information from your cal.com account. And then this will basically allow the AI agent to schedule meetings via your cal.com account and your calendar. So all the information can be automatically updated accordingly without having to set up any custom or complicated custom functions like you had to do before. We also have one with Calendly coming out very soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. And our plan is to also roll both of these out to the chat side of things as well. So those are going to be some great updates to make scheduling a lot easier, which is definitely um, one of the more common ways that that people are utilizing this information. So that's the updates for voice. With the chat side of things, we've got a ton of updates coming down the pipeline. We're going to be completely redesigning the chat widget in React. So there's going to be a lot more customization options. So that way you can control the styling much further and much easier. But it'll also allow you to use things like custom CSS and custom HTML code that will then allow you to have further control over this chat widget. Aside from that, as we look towards the new year, we're definitely going to be looking into our public roadmap as a way to find and focus on the next round of features and items that we want to focus on. So if you have any ideas, you can go to roadmap.stammer.ai and submit any ideas that you'd like to see within the platform. And we'll definitely take those into account as we plan out our roadmap for 2026. So that's gonna be the quick little synopsis for today's office hours. Drew, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Nope, I think you covered it all.
Right on. Cool. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, definitely take a look at our daily support calls. This is going to be where our the majority of our support, especially if you want to get one-on-one feedback from myself or Tim or Drew, you can join these daily support calls. So definitely take a look at that. And as always, I hope everyone has a great rest of your week. Have a great holiday, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.